The next things that I'm going to do, I need to give the coordinate to this one, the right projections. Right now, I don't have anything here, so I need to define my coordinate system. We just try to put in a right place. I'm just go and open my catalog under the Kyrenia example, under the here draft one. I'll choose this one. You know that in a UTM, we say that Cyprus, it is in 36N or north part. So we are going to use same things from here. I'm going to the projected coordinate system. Under there, I'm find the UTM WGS 984 North Hemisphere, and then 36N. You will find the location of the, if you just Google it, you will find the suitable UTM for your study area. And just click OK. And you see my scale appear. And from this moment, I have my coordinate. Now I need to do some few steps. The first step, let's just zoom back to my layer, and also I need to change my layer coordinate as well. Yes, here we are. After you assign this coordinate to your file, you should also change the layer coordinate as well. You remember I put it in auxiliary because I want to work with a base map, but right now I don't need anymore, so I just change it again to the 36N. Now I'm going to the selection attribute. Remember this part. We are selecting some things from our file. I'm just go and find my layer, right equal. I'm going to take building, hit OK. You see all the building become selected in this moment. After that, I'm going to go to the selection part and say create a layer from selected feature. You see all the building right now is here. I need to export this one here. I will call it as a building for sure draft, because it is draft still. I'm just hit OK, hit OK. Yes. All the building right now here, coordinate even fine. There is no problem with coordinate. But as you can see, these are polyline. We need to change them to the polygon. This is Arch Toolbox. Of course, you are also able to use this one. This is a search box, because in a different version of the ArcGIS, this toolbox, the place sometimes move. So I most of the time use search, but I need to go to the data management tools. Under the feature class, sorry, not under the feature class. Under the feature. Under the feature, I'm going to choose feature to polygon. And I put this one here. This is input feature. That's all. I'm going to transfer this one to the polygon, but be sure you choose the right address here. Otherwise, your saved data going to locate it here in default GDP, as you can see here, geodatabase. So therefore, choose a right place in order to not lose your project. I'm going to open a new folder here because from right now my project going to be started. I just give them final. And here I will say buildings SHP, hit save and hit OK. Wait until it start to transfer. Dependent to the number of the feature that you have, it will going to take some time. From the result menu, you are able to see the process. Right now it is under the process. Of course, you will be able to do other part of the project if you wish, but right now I'm just wait until to see the result. Yes, you see all my feature transfer to the polygon. Let's also put this one right here and out it, pin out it. Maybe I just need to some manipulation, such as get rid of this one, make it empty. So this is about this part. Now let's back to the draft file again. From draft, I need to select my let's say tree. This time I'm going to select my trees. From layer, I'm just choose layer equal to get value 3. You see all the tree choose. Once more, I'm going to select, create a layer from selected feature. This one becomes my all trees. I'm just going to export it to here. I will call it as a tree draft because tree should be point, but right now this is polyline. Same thing from here. I'm going to choose feature to point. Input feature, I choose a tree draft. Again, be sure about your address. I'm going to the final folder, choose here tree.shp. Don't forget to write shp and then hit OK. You see all my trees become point. I could able to get rid of these things. We don't need it anymore. What else we need? I'm going to transfer the road. Layer, get value, road. But these are not road. I'm several times tell you these are not acceptable as a road. These are urban lots. So we could not call them as a road. Road, it is just passing through the center of the urban block. I'm going to select this one also, create a layer from this one, and I'm going to export this one as a urban block for sure draft. So here I have all my urban block right now. So urban block is, as you know, it is polygon, but there are some problem here that we need to solve this problem. Otherwise, we will face with some issue. As you can see, some of these are open. So therefore, they are not able to transfer to the, let's say, any urban block. So for this purpose, you just open here, start editing. Let's stop the previous one. Just choose urban block, and from here, start to solve those problems. For instance, this one should be connected to the other one. This one also. This one here. This one over there. We don't need. Okay, these are one big merge file. Okay, let's leave it as it is. And we have some open-ended line here. I'm going to also correct those. We have one here, one more here. It is better to correct this thing actually from AutoCAD file to save your time. But if some of them missing, like this one, you are also able to do it from here. As you can see, I'm doing it right now. And I have one more. Maybe I could do it this way. And we have also one more. Actually, these are the coastal line. It is better to draw it from the. Anyway, I'm just doing it right now in this way. So I try to close the open-ended line. Now I'm just going to feature to polygon, choose this one, put it right there. Again, check the address. I just call it block, or let's call it urban block dot shp. Don't forget to give this name. Hit save, hit OK. Wait until process. So as you can see, my urban block also appear here. For sure, this one is not quite good, but it is better to draw it from a shoreline but since we are in online course, I don't want to take your time. I just keep it like this and put it under the building. We don't need this one anymore. We don't need this one as well. Just also for my base map. Maybe I can just quickly solve this problem. One more thing that we need to do before finalize everything, we need to come to data management tools from here, and under project transformation, actually I made a few mistakes right now here. I'm going to correct it very quickly. I just choose, I need to make it again web Mercator, because this is, we need to mathematically correct it, not by hand. So I just made a mistake by that part. Yeah. I need to choose this feature, project my things, because we forget to project our project. We just give a coordinate. And so because I use the, actually we don't need that one, right? Because I use the base map of the web auxiliar, so my layer should be web auxiliar as well. So we are not able to change those things, so that's why I keep it as web auxiliar. I'm just try to somehow very quickly correct this part of the project. Let's make urban block without color, no fill, just dark red. So in this way I am able to correct that part of the map. As you can see, we have some distortion, but there is no other choice. I'm just start editing my urban block. Yeah, just say this one. I choose the available one, which is this one. I start to edit my vertex. I'm going to add some vertex. I could just put it over there. I try to follow the coastline. make it more meaningful. And also we have one here. Let's save this one. Then I will try to add some vertex to here. If you correct this thing actually inside the AutoCAD file, it saves your time. So that's why as much as your AutoCAD file clear without any problem in terms of distortion, in terms of drawing, so that's much you will be easy in let's say process of the digitalization and process of the transfer in GIS. Yeah, fine. It is too much better at this moment. I'm gonna stop my editing. Of course, save. Close this one. Close the other one. And I don't need anymore my base map. Now, let's just work with some of the building and then finalize our lecture. I'll just get rid of the base map. I'm going to give some height to some of these building. You remember from a previous session, you would be able to open your attribute. Just bring it here. And then it's very big, my menu right now. I'll try to minimize it a bit. Yes, now it's too much better. I'm just add my field. I'm call it land use, land cover, let's say. What is the data type? It is text. We don't need that much. Let's say maybe 15 character would be enough for us. And then we would say have, let's say, height. And yeah, that's all. Let's just give some name and start my editing. For this one and this one, let's just call it historical, let's see. The height, this one, the height of the castle almost something like, I'm not sure actually, but let's say 23 meter. Let's say the amphitheater actually doesn't have any height. There are some step over there, so we call it, let's say, 3 meters. Let's also do some other building. But I know there are kiosks, them 3 meter height. Call them info because they are information queues and they're selling a ticket. We have one building which is 1 floor in height, and this one also is info, again 3 meter. Now I don't know the other building, let's just fill them arbitrary. Yeah, we could say this one, that one. This one plus those are residential, of course inside the double quotation. Hit OK. And just give them height, again arbitrary, maybe 3 meter, 6 meter, 9 meter, 12 meter. Let's say 8 meter, 3. Seventh floor. I just give them some more. Nothing remain. So let's also fill some of this building right here. I could call them development. What else we have? We have some other. Maybe these are shop. Of course, you have your own site analysis, so therefore you are very easy in that manner. You know which building have which sort of land use. That's why it is very easy for you. And maybe this one also. I could give them office. So here we are. I'm going to stop my editing, for sure save it, and these are my buildings. So I'm able now to classify it. If I'm going to symbology, of course categorical one, land use, land cover. If I am add value, let's make a better color. Yeah, maybe this one. I could say that historical have maybe this one. Info, keep it as a green, which is fine. Residential, it is red most of the time. Shop, we could have them orange. Office, yeah, it is fine. That color. And for a mix, we could say, anyway, this one. And then hit OK. So you see my land use map now develop. Of course, for a tree, I could give other sign. These are the 3D for arch scenes. Yeah, I just choose this one for my trees, let's say. Of course, if we have a 2 type or 3 type of the tree, we could able to use this one. There are some extra field here, as you can see, which is coming from sorry, our connection lost. We came back. Yes, I'm telling that you are able to get rid of this extra field and keep your file clear. So you just go to the fields right here and say delete fields. You just input this one. The ones that you don't need, actually we don't need any of them. I could select all and just hit OK. My file, actually we are not able to delete it. I don't know what is the problem at the moment. They just delete the content of it. Let's try in that way also. Maybe this is because it is transferred from AutoCAD. Because I remember we just exported and we are not transferred it. Maybe we could choose this one. Actually, we transfer it. I remember that we transfer it, but I don't know right now why it is not deleted. Anyway, let's add some field. I hope we are able to add a field. I would say that how many type of tree we have. Let's say type short integer is enough. I will add here I just keep this one, and I will say that these are type 1. I don't know, my computer right now become had some problem, I think, because either I cannot able to delete the field, or even I cannot add something there. Yeah, still we have one type. Anyway, from classification you are able to do it. Let's also go to the arch scenes very quickly. You see right now my file created and ready. The tree, the urban block, everything. So these are the file that I could able to submit it to the customer, as you can see. Now let's also go to the ArcSense. I'm going to show you something there. Of course, for a submit of this one, it is better to compress them as an archive file like this and just rar them and make one unique file like this one, and then submit this one to the customer. Now I'm coming to Arc. Since at the moment I'm going to add some of my project. I'm going to go to the Kyrenia example, final things. Going to add my building, which are right there. I'm going to add my trees, which are also available. Going to extrusion. Because we give the height, so all the building become extruded accordingly. I'm able to classify it based on the symbology. I'm going to category, land use, land cover, give them such a symbology to them. For sure, for the trees, I'm going to give this one the size of it. I'm not sure. We'll check. Maybe 18. Yeah, quite fine. So you see, these are the things that I could able to transfer from AutoCAD file to GIS and create a project. I'm not draw here at this moment any of the road, but you could able to draw the road throughout the center. But don't forget, you need to full stop in each junction. And let's also give my urban block some color. Maybe I could use this one. Yes. This is for today's lecture. As a summary, I could say that We firstly take a file from AutoCAD, make a file clean naked, and then put it into the GIS. First, we need to give a coordinate. We choose WGS Mercator Web Auxiliary because we use a base map from the internet. We have a distortion in our file. The distortion is as a result of the drawing technique in the AutoCAD. So this distortion also come here. We try to minimize the distortion problem as much as possible. Then we start to choose each layer accordingly, building layer by use of the feature, transfer to the polygon, urban block, same things, and tree, since these are point, transfer to the point feature, and we are able to add some attribute to them, as you can see, such as land use, land cover, height, and then you are able to make your own layout accordingly. This is for today's lecture.